That's too hot. Okay, I actually think today's video will be really fun for you guys because you get to see a bunch of different projects instead of just one. And that is because I'm forcing myself to finish all my incomplete crochet projects. Now, I know this is a very common fiber artist thing to have a bunch of different stuff going, have some things that you've like abandoned. I swear I normally don't do that. Like I really tend to work on one thing at a time, finish it, and then move on. I've accumulated all of these, well, for a variety of reasons, but y'all know I do a lot of my crocheting on the go. So as soon as a project hits the point where like I need to be at home and trying it on to finish it, it has a tendency to get left on the wayside. But let me show you what we need to finish. Okay, first up we have this ruffled, tiered mohair miniskirt thing. You might recognize it looks kind of similar to my striped mohair bolero pattern. I love that textile, but I was kind of over the bolero, so I wanted to make like a little skirt version. I was working on it when I was back home for the holidays, but I ran out of the mohair because the rest of it is here in New York. So I just need to finish the third tier, which you can see I had just started. The only thing is I think the 3 tiers will be the perfect length in the front, but it might be a little too short in the back, so maybe I do like a 4th layer that's like only in the back. I don't know, it's also see-through, so I'd have to wear like spandex under it anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter if it's too short. We'll see. Okay, next we have this tube, which has gotten quite long actually. I was following another creator's video on how to do this flower motif pattern, and her video was for this little mini skirt, but it's one of those skirts that's just like a straight rectangle, and I have really wide hips, so if something fits around my hips, it is like comically large around my waist, even if I make it low-waisted. So I knew that wasn't gonna work for me. I also was just really enjoying doing this pattern. Like I love working with a thin cotton and a small hook. So I kind of just kept going with like no plan for what I was actually gonna make. I think I'm probably gonna do like a long beach cover-up kind of skirt. I am also considering a dress, but the skirt just feels like a little bit more practical in terms of how many ways I could wear it. Okay, third project is the same yarn. I'm basically trying to recreate this Bodhi shirt. I'll insert a photo. It's like a mesh button up, but it has these little berries and leaves hanging off of it. The hilarious thing is I started this when I went to Paris in like June or July of last year, and I genuinely thought I was gonna finish it on the trip. Like I'm very delusional about how much crocheting I'm gonna get done while on vacation. The only reason this got held up was because I didn't have buttons, and I ordered a few and I just didn't like how they looked. So I might use these silver buttons I have left over from the shirt that I crocheted for George. They're a little big, but I feel like we can make them work. All I need to do is attach the buttons, make the collar, and then add the little berries and leaves. I actually already made some when I was home for the holidays, so I just need to figure out how to cluster these and attach them without it looking dumb. So those are all our projects. I'm actually about to head out the door to meet up with Emma and Jada. You probably recognize them. I filmed with them before. And we're gonna get some food and then crochet in a cafe. So I need to pick a project to bring with me. I don't think I'm gonna bring this one only because I'm almost done. So I guess I can bring the flower tube because lengthwise, I'm kind of like halfway up the ass cheek. Not the best choice of wording, but basically I can flow state a little bit longer before I have to start thinking about how to accommodate the waist. The thing is, this tube does get wider to accommodate my hips, but I didn't change anything. I think I just accidentally loosened my gauge. So in terms of making it taper back in, do I just retighten my gauge or do I actually have to change the number of stitches? Like I don't really want to because I'd have to do a lot of math to somehow not screw up this flower pattern. But that's a later problem, whatever. It's so cold. Do something. Well, that was weird. Okay. That was good. I just thought you guys were gonna wave or something, but okay, you got the cameras. You have to point at Emma.
Forgot my cable noodle.
Your cable noodle.
I forgot my cable noodle. Okay, let's try this again. I forgot my cable needle, so I'm gonna try and knit with this stirrer. I'll let you know if it works.
한다고 말해줬다면 믿어줄 수 있겠니 넌 오직 상처만 받고 있었지 미안해 baby.
Okay, good news, y'all. I finished my tube. I actually did not end up changing the number of stitches. I just like tightened my gauge a little bit for the waist part because I realized I can't make it that small anyway. Like it has to fit over my hips for me to put the skirt on. So I'll probably just make a little chain and have that be a drawstring waistband and just have it sit a little bit more low-waisted. Unfortunately, I'm not going to try it on for you until the end of the video because A, I famously cannot get a shot of my whole body in my room. But B, well, this is very TMI, but my period is really going off right now, so it's just not the time to be trying on a clothing item with a bunch of holes in it, you know? Now, I'm actually about to head out the door to meet up with my friend Shar because she wants to learn to crochet, so I think I'm going to bring the little tutu along and just keep working on the third layer. Also, can we call it the fact that I'm wearing the sweater I knit in my China video? But anyway, I will see you guys in K-Town. Yeah! So shiny.
I actually just learned today that a ruffle was a croissant.
What did you think it was?
I don't know.
You want to find the right balance here, where your hole is like not too small.
Guys, I did that.
Dude, she ate. Do you feel like you're getting the hang of it?
Yeah. It's not an easy job, everyone. Ready? This is my final project.
Tell us how you'd style this piece.
So, honestly, this is really versatile. You could wear it as like a little tube top, you know, for all my small titty ladies out there. You know, if you're still into that like mask thing, as a mask, you know. Honestly, you could even wear this as like a headband, you know, like that.
So, actually, that's not bad.
Yeah, like I think this is the best way for it, to be honest. But honestly, yeah, this is called the Shar's multiple piece.
So good. Okay, y'all, I have a very humbling story for you. I feel like it really exemplifies why people say that I'm book smart, but also incredibly dumb. Basically, I was trying to block that long flower motif skirt, so I soaked it in water, but it wasn't drying that fast in my room, so I was like, let me just put it outside on my balcony. Keep in mind, it's been snowing in New York, like I'm looking at snow right now, so the temperatures are clearly sub-freezing, and naturally this skirt is now frozen rock solid. Like, what did I think was gonna happen in this scenario? So I guess I'm gonna leave this in my room now to thaw, because it's definitely still wet. I don't know. I can't think about that right now. I did, however, finish the third layer of my little tutu skirt. I'm gonna try it on really quickly because I actually think maybe this will be long enough because I think this sits like a little bit more low-waisted. Okay, I did order nude spandex, but it's not here yet. But the skirt's actually less see-through than I thought, so I feel like it's fine to just show you what it looks like. I feel like it's covering the cheeks in the back. It's like a little bit of a close call, but if I have safety shorts, I feel like it'll be fine. Because I think anything longer than this would start to hit like right above the knee, which would be not a weird length, but just not the vibe. I'm a mini skirt girly, you know? I am wondering if I want to somehow like tighten the waistband because it's a little bit too loose for my liking. But I don't know if I want to add a drawstring because that would look kind of, I don't know, I feel like it would screw with the ribbing texture of the waistband we have right now. Okay, I think what I'm going to do for the waistband is just cut a piece of this like white elastic and sew it onto the inside of the waistband. I'm not trying to get it like super snatched or high-waisted because then my cheeks would definitely be out. I just want it to sit at the perfect point and not fall too far down my hips. So I feel like that should work. Oh, but another incredibly dumb Grace moment that I forgot to share with you. Remember how I made all the flowers and leaves for the mesh shirt? It turns out these are not the same yarn. Or, well, they're the same yarn, but they're not the same weight. Well, actually, that part would also be fine. They're not the same color. And I recognize they probably look like the same color on camera, but they're not. Like, this is a much warmer shade of cream, and this is a more neutral shade of cream. And the point is it's not gonna work. So I am gonna have to remake the balls and leaves in this yarn. And what am I gonna do with these? Like, I don't fucking know. Probably nothing. All right, y'all, I'm a little under the weather, so let's just ignore the fact that I'm sniffling every 3 seconds. I did finish the skirt. The elastic is in, but I kind of abandoned the mesh shirt again because I started another project. I know I said I normally don't start projects when I haven't finished mine, but this is a gift for my nail tech, Crystal, and she loves like all things like cute and Korean, so I wanted to make her a little like fuzzy cat scarf. I have a friend, I don't know how to pronounce her handle on Instagram, but I'll insert a photo. She does these really cute crochet cat scarves. I think she has a pattern for it, but I'm just doing a knit version essentially. And I'm bringing this with me because I'm about to head to a knitting event. It's hosted by Knit and Note, an app, and then Jord, which I think is a yarn brand. And it's very rare that there are like fiber arts events, so I'm super excited. Like Emma, Jada, Kara, all my knitting friends are gonna be there. And that's why I'm rallying, even though I'm not feeling too hot. I am wearing something that I made. This is like an off-the-shoulder sweater I crocheted. You can't really tell, but I'll insert a photo. But yeah, I need to head out like right now. Okay, not sure what's going on with the lighting and this weird stripe on my face, but let's just ignore that. Update on the scarf. It's pretty much done lengthwise, but I'm dumb and I didn't know that when you knit one row, purl one row, it like makes it curl up because I need it to lie flat. Like I'm not going to attach a kitty hood to this like skinny scarf. So I'm going to try and block it. And if that doesn't work, then I guess I've just made a skinny scarf and I'll like restart the kitty scarf. I don't know. Anyway, for the mesh shirt, I actually found the perfect buttons at my local yarn store. They're like these little iridescent white ones, which is exactly what I had in mind. So I need to attach these and actually crochet the collar on the shirt because I kind of forgot that I haven't done that yet. And I also decided not to do the berries, like only do the leaves, because I feel like the berries kind of gives like holly Christmas vibes, like not in a good way. So I started churning out the leaves. I'm trying to do like a few different sizes because they're going to be in like little clusters. I'm about to meet up with Kara to go crochet at a coffee shop. So I think this shirt is what I'm going to work on. Hey guys, I've been a little under the weather, in case you couldn't tell from the fact that I sat in bed and crocheted for the entirety of yesterday. Well, actually, I do that even when I'm not sick. But exciting update. Our button-up is now actually a button-up. Now, I like how the buttons I picked look, but I weirdly don't have enough. And I swear I bought a ton, so I fear I may have lost some to my bed or to my room. I mean, it's fine, I'll just get more next time I'm at the yarn store, but it is missing a top button right now. But I don't wear it buttoned all the way up anyway. Now, I did crochet and block a bunch of leaves to add on this shirt, but the thing is the original shirt is like very oversized. Mine turned out a little bit more fitted and cropped than I expected / wanted it to. And now I worry the leaves might be a little overwhelming. Like I'm gonna play around with them and try attaching them and see if I can get it to a point where I like the way it looks, but I also might just end up leaving it plain. Or I was thinking I could sew on little clusters of like pearl beads, and that could be kind of a subtle way to embellish it. Or that could be kind of tacky. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, now for the cat scarf. Well, as you can see, I took it apart because when you knit something in stockinette, I tried blocking it, but it's gonna curl. Like, blocking is not gonna work. And if it was a true skinny scarf, I would have just left it and worn it, but it wasn't skinny enough to be a skinny scarf. I was like, what am I gonna do with this? So I just took it apart. And I think I'm gonna crochet a little cat beanie for her instead because, I mean, it's easier to style anyway now that it's like not really cold anymore.
You left the kitchen light on and it's Tutu over there. It's better in your arms. Hold me when I'm scared. Will I be safe if I find a way to keep us both like this? 'Cause I can't imagine being away. But the things you do say otherwise.
Okay guys, everything is finally done. I'm so excited to show you. The first one is just this little cat beanie that I cranked out while I was recording my last podcast episode on situationships, which you should check out if you haven't. And I don't know if people realize this, but a cat beanie is literally like a rectangle that you just connect here and here. And then you fold up the bottom to make the cuff. And here, I'll try it on. Like once it's on your head, the corners make the little ears. And it's literally one of the most beginner-friendly projects. I'm so excited to give this to Crystal, my nail tech. I feel like it's totally her style, but maybe I'll make one for myself next winter. It's kind of cute. Okay, now the next thing, oh great, now my hair looks crazy. But yeah, one other thing I didn't expect to make was this crochet bralette. It just laces up in the back. I didn't know what to wear under the mesh button up. Like I didn't like the look of being able to see a shirt or a different bra underneath. So I was like, let me just make something out of the same yarn. And yeah, that means it's time to try everything on. Yay. Okay, this angle's kind of weird because you can see like my backside in that mirror, but this is the best I can do. Now, the first thing I want to try on is a little flouncy skirt. I know I already tried it on, but I haven't worn it with the matching bolero, and I can't tell if they're gonna look cute together or if it's gonna be too much, like kind of costumey. Okay, so here's just the skirt on its own. I just love how twirly and flouncy it is, and honestly it's cute with this tank I already had on. Okay, wait, guys, this is actually so cute. I wasn't expecting to like it. I ended up wearing this little top that's like the same color, but I actually love them together. I don't know what the occasion is for this. Maybe Coachella, honestly, because a mini skirt with like some tall boots, perfect for the desert. But you could keep the bolero balled up in your purse and whip it out after the sun sets, and it will keep you surprisingly warm. Everyone who's seen the skirt says I need to write a pattern for it, and it would be really cute if everyone who made my bolero pattern could make a matching skirt. But I don't know, my one thing is it's not opaque, like you do have to wear safety shorts under it, so I just don't know how practical it is for everybody. I will need to gauge popular opinion, and if a lot of people want a pattern, I'll think about releasing one and maybe filming a tutorial. Okay, next thing to try on is the mesh button up. I don't even know if you can tell, but I hand sewed little bead clusters all over it. Most of the beads kind of blend into the neutral shade, but I did a few pops of color. I like that it's more subtle and you can't really see the embellishment until you get more up close. Or actually first, let me show you the basic bralette I made just to wear under the shirt. I feel like it'll be a good summer staple. I actually have this rosette version that I made last year that I found myself wearing a lot. And then this button up just goes over. Okay, and here's a button up. As you can see, it's nice to have a matching base. And honestly, this has really grown on me. I like how it's a more relaxed fit around the collar. And I'm too lazy to unbutton it right now, but you could also wear it open. The leaves are a bit of a meme. I went back and looked at the original reference photo, and I think the leaves on that shirt are like micro crochet so that they're not super chunky. But my leaves, let me just show you. Okay, these leaves, I posted on my story specifying that I wasn't planning to use them anymore, and everyone still replied to tell me they look like sperm. And I was like, okay, well, if I was planning to use them, now I wouldn't be. But honestly, I'm glad I took the bead route because I feel like this will be a nice staple for spring, summer, especially when or if I go on vacation to a nice warm tropical place. Okay, and last thing is this skirt, which I need to actually put on and style properly for you. Okay, I might lose some of you guys here, but I think instead of taking the beachy route, which feels very predictable, I could contrast it with something more grungy. So like this black graphic tee. Please ignore the fact that that entire side of the shirt is open. This is my soft sleep shirt. And then the black contrast underwear and like my black platform docks. I don't know if you can see the vision, but try and imagine it with a bunch of silver jewelry and my sunglasses in the streets of New York. I feel like I could sell you on it. Maybe I will take photos of that for my Instagram eventually, but also maybe not. But obviously this would be great as a beach cover up with the swimsuit. It honestly kind of goes with this bralette. Even though they're not the same yarn, There's slightly different shades of beige, but I don't think any normal human being would be able to tell. You could throw on a little cute crop button-up situation like this or something. I don't know, even with this little white tank and boots, I feel like it could be a vibe. I'm just very dead set on styling this skirt for New York City and not just for a tropical beach, because I've crocheted far too many things for Tulum, given I have no flight booked to Tulum. Okay, and those are all the pieces. Not gonna lie, I feel like y'all kind of lucked out and got like 4 videos in one, or I guess it's my fault. I just really needed to finish all this so that I could have a nice, fresh, clean slate for my projects moving forward. I was getting like brain clutter. As always, feel free to follow my other socials at amazingishgrace. I will be properly styling all these pieces over on Instagram. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys!